My name is Kaitlyn Germann. I live in Boston, Massachusetts, and I am an accessibility coordinator and architect. I started thinking of myself as a person with a disability at about the age of 12. When I would go into gym class, I realized that everyone had a lot more fun than I did. And I realized that not everyone was in pain like I was. And as I started to realize that I had limitations that others didn't, I started to research the disability community and take that title onto my own about early high school. The ADA not only gave me my career and my drive to go through school, it also gave me a sense of belonging and my own individuality to be able to advocate for my own accommodations using the basis that ADA gave me. I'm someone with both autism as well as a physical disability, and what that has created is I always felt very, very different, and it was in a way that I could not handle for a very long time. I experienced medical malpractice at a very young age. When I was 15 years old, I was told that I had a sports injury as someone who never did sports, and I was put into braces that caused me to be in a wheelchair for a part of my life because of the misdiagnosis that I received. I didn't realize who I was and what I actually had, which is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, until I was 21 years old. And the sense of belonging that I've been able to experience by having the correct diagnosis and to know how to handle my own disability has changed my attitude so much. The idea of being different is incredibly hard when you don't know why you're so different. And I found that by changing the attitude to know that I am different, but I have a community behind that difference, was the thing that allowed me to look at other people and be inspired by other people with the same disabilities that I have. And that changed everything for me. I absolutely consider myself part of the disability community. I have found a home advocating for others like me that may not be able to speak as loudly. And I have found so much fulfillment to be able to be not only part of the disability, but advocate for it at the same time. I couldn't imagine myself without the identity that my disabilities give to me. They've changed me for the better. I believe that I have more drive and tolerance for things that I never would have been able to have without my physical disability. I think it taught me life lessons that I wouldn't have learned at such a young age, and while that's a double-edged sword, I think I'm a better person for it. With my neurodivergence, the version of my brain I am in love with. Yes, I have to have accommodations, but at the end of the day, I can experience and do so many more things than someone without neurodivergence may be able to do. And I can see the world in such a different way that I'm always going to be proud of being able to have. I think the level of joy that can come from a disability, and at the same time, as someone with a chronic illness, how many questions on a daily basis every disabled person still has. When you think of having a disability, you say, okay, great, I have this. But at the end of the day, part of having a disability is experiencing yourself and finding out new things about your ability to do things that you would never know otherwise. It's something new every single day, and I think I'd really like people to stop thinking that as someone with a disability, that means that my level of ability is the same every single day or every season. I am better on some days and worse on some days. And I think people need to have more empathy for people with chronic illnesses and their ability levels at certain times. It's all flexible. Everyone is so different. My version of EDS and autism is entirely different from another person's. Same exact diagnosis, they may have an entirely different set of ability levels than I do.